はい、FF16 2周目ファイナルファンタジーチャレンジ続きをやっていきたいと思います。今日は再開ラザロ街へ向かうところからだね。で、ちょっとアビリティを修正しよう。まだ戦闘に余裕があるうちにいろいろとやっぱオーディンを使いこなした方が良さそうなんだよな、後のことを考えると。なんでオーディンを入れていこう。ギガフレアでここにやっぱり境界転移を入れて、斬鉄乱舞、それからこれが強いらしいライトニングロッドがね。なんで強化をしてマスター化してここに入れていくと。でこれで逆の方がいいか。ここに入れた方がいいわ。でこれでギガフレアと一緒に打つと強いらしい。ここには何を入れようかな。とりあえずパイルドライブ入れとくか。無敵にするやつもいいらしいな。まあ確かにこれか。悩むな。強化しとこう。グングニルマスター化してんのか。じゃあグングニルつけとくか。練習だいぶ変わったけど、これを入れ替えよう。入れ替え、オーディンを一番上に持ってきて、まあ上 1,2 個は雑魚敵対策かな。これでやってみよう。だいぶ変わっちゃったな。これで斬鉄剣を使いこなせるようになりたい気持ちはある。ラザロ街。
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
やっぱジルも来たことがあるのか、保養所。アナベラが使ってたってことは家族で来たことがあるのかな。
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
囲まれた。ならば仕方ない。 ちょっと発動までに時間が。死ぬ。こんばんは。はあ失敗した。オーディンを練習しようと思います。痛い。危ない危ない危ない。この野郎。危な。ちょっとまだ覚えてないな、どこか。痛い痛い痛い痛い。はい。これか。やばい。慣れない。
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
大人になったウェイド卿。やっぱあれだな、無敵時間作るやつつけた方がいいかな。
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense.
18年だもん
Even knowing what I
ね。
know about her.
あんな青年だったんだよ。ウェイド卿は変わってないけど、あ
Hatred
ん
for
まり。
bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
So wait, The Black Shields are broken
ひ
camp.
げにロン
They
毛。
march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
なんか日本語だとさ、クライブ教とかさ、母上とかさ、微妙ななんかニュアンスがあるけど、そのニュアンスって英語で出せないからさ、英語だと普通のなんていうの、文章だね。そういうのってどう表せないのかな難しいか。そんな相手によって変わる文章でもないもん。確かポーション売ってる人がどっかにいた。あ、
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage.
ポーションだいぶ使っちゃったな。
Will that be all? It has been an honor.
ちょっと並びを変えよう。これ打ってからのバハムートギガフレア強いはずだから、これをそっか。マスター化するか。これがなんか、これガードできるやつなんだよな。これを取りたいが、とりあえずそれは今無理だから、ここ、とりあえずじゃあこれつけとくか。で、境界転移すると相手がスロー状態になるらしいから、それをやってからか、シバースナップをやってから隙がある
Tell us then, Sir Wade.
やつを放
What
つ。
is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their
イ
encampment.
ギリスにも王室があるから敬語的なのはあるにはあるんでしょうけどね。基本敬語だとキャンをクットにするとかウッドにするとかじゃん。
This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed.
多分ウェイド教とかだと頭になんかつくんだろうね。
They prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
でも母上とかってどうやって表すんだ
Now
ろう
that I
ね。
have you and Lady Jill
マ
for
ザーって言ってる
company,
けどクライブは
I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
普通にウェイドって言ってるな。
Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
コマンドっていうことでそういう意味が含まれるっていうことなのかな。
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
日本ほど細かくないんでしょうけどね。それは絶対そうだよね。日本の細かさといったらって感じだよね。
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been
Phoenix go
pursuing
with
the
you.
Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
5分がフェニックスの祝福をだったのかな。大丈夫かな、まだ慣れてないんだけど。あ、暫定券溜まってるからいいか。
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
おお、フォールザリア。
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
今スローになった？ああ、先に断絶剣をやってからやった方がまたゲージが溜まったのに。そういえばちらっと配信見ただけで危ない危ない危ない。あー、間違えた。狙ってたやつじゃない。まあいいか。
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to
増援。
fight their battles for them.
あは
That's
ー、
better.
回復しとこう。あ、痛い。
Too slow.
これでいやー、まだ長いな。うん、あいない。はあ、いけいけいけい。あは
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
あー、間違えた。慣れない慣れない慣れないぞ。 ちょっとお前降りてこい。あ、死んだ。あ、死んでない。いやむずいな。通常攻撃だけでラスボスに挑んでた人がいた。やば。使いこなせば強そう。そうなんだよ。まだショートカットの順番が覚えられない。あー、長いな。危ない。いた。ちょっとシバースナップの方がいいかな。これで長いな。街が長いよな。バーニングブレードのつったよ。ああ。いやむずいな。これからのこれ。これからのこれ。あ、いや。あ、怖い。あ、やばい。回復しとけばよかった。直前のオートセーブからゲームを再開しますになっちゃうんだ。ちなみにその通常攻撃の人はうまいんじゃなくてめちゃくちゃアクションが苦手だからそうなった。なんで？怖いってこと？ちょ待って、シバースナップ、そうか。そうか。違う。これで次これを発動するってのがなかなかきついな。技がうまく出せないそうなんだ。不思議だな。通常攻撃は四角ボタンで親指でさあ普通に技を出すときは R2 入れればいいだけなんだけどね。それしたら R2 と四角の技は絶対 100% 出せるはずなんだけど、間とかが怖いってことかな。面白。すごいね。それででもオートアタック使ってないってことなのかな。じゃあ でもオートアタックの指輪を使うのは嫌なのかな。おもろい。4回目か、死んだの。4回目ぐらいか。
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
Your petty revolution ends here.
For Rosaria!
These are swords, we swear.
それ。Let's try. よっしゃ。どこ？
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
あいた。More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances.
あ、なんか血が動いちゃった。あいた。こうでこうで、あれがなくなっちゃった。どこや、どこにいる。来ないかな。ジルに殺されるぞ、そんなことしてると。貯めとこ。あ、増援なしか。どうやってラストまで行ったか謎です。あ、そっか、ムービーが入って1回これか。メガフレア継続してないかな。
In taking it, you have but proven our point that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
血だらけ。はい。リベンジ。当たるか。当てられた。これもね、強化、おお、強化するともっと強いらしい。あ、痛い痛い痛い。はい、ここに置いてあげよう。 それ。あ、上がってる。
So wait.
There's no one left to keep them occupied.
はい。はい。
You ain't finished him.
はい。あ、ダブルジャンプする前に。あ、痛い。危ない。お、パリ。はい。断鉄剣を貯めていく。あ、いた。回避しようと思ったのに。イエーイ。斬鉄剣のレベルも上げたいけど、あれ上げんの5000アビリティポイントなんだよな。
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home.
このザクザク切るのはかっこいいんですけどね。
As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends
斬
reinforcements?
鉄剣のレベル上げたやつかっこよかった。だから5000ポイント貯めるか。
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant.
Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience. Especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
種火の守り手
I shall wear it with pride.
バッジ
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
クライブ様はマイロードさあ大好きなおじさんが斧持って入ってくるぞ。
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
首狩りバイロン
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
みんな大好きおじさんの登場
Clive Rosfield died long ago.
イメージ通りの声だな。
And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue. You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
ね、ここ泣けるよね。
Bravo, Uncle.
もう泣き
You're
そ
still
う。
the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
このムービー好き。
Always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
ラザフォードもさ、また輩が来たよと思ってるからさ、準備してなかっただろうね、全く。
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
どんな癖なんだろう。
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
ラザフォード、すごい命令されてる。最高のおじさんだよな。いや、ほんと最高だよ。おじさんに用意できないものはないからな。
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
13年だもんな。
I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
鉄王国。さあ、ここは好きなムービーだから PS にも残しとこうっと。鉄の国キスしそうでしないんだよな。いや、そうなんだよ。あの近さでね、あの近さであの話の内容だったらしてもいい距離感なんだけどね。クライブ意外と行かないんだよな。まだ533しか溜まってないの？これもっと買えないかな、アビリティポイントそれかあれか、レベルアップのやつをもう一個つけたらよりアビリティポイント溜まるかな。あ、買える。っていうことはこれが2個つけられるってことじゃないか。これで合成して。あ、同じ種類で強化済みのアクセサリー装備してます。同じ種類のアクセサリーを複数装備することはできません。先に言ってよ。買っちゃったじゃん。あとだってさ、多分オーディン系のやつは後にならないと強化できないでしょう、きっと。あ、間違えた。ってことはじゃあレベルのやつつけた方がいいかな。 プレジションどっち？ここら辺だよね。斬鉄乱舞であれ、なんかこういうのないんだ、オーディンって。私が持ってないだけ？ちょっと待って、並べ替えよう。整頓。なんか各召喚獣ごとに紫アイテムある気がするけど持ってない。あ、でもないやつもあんのか。大地、いや、大地の怒り、裁きの雷、転生の方のあるけどな。取り忘れてるとかそういうことある？斬鉄剣だけなくね？取り忘れてんのかな？何で手に入れたんだっけ？あ、でもこれクエストで手に入れてるから、もしかして。ちょっとわかんないな。ディオンから託された指輪とかね。まあいいや、一旦これで吸収率上げてみようかな。境界転移のアクセサリーもない気がするんだけど。ないよね。ないな。取り忘れてんのかな。手紙が来てるわ。おじさんか？あ、種火の守りで。ウェイド卿からだ。クリスタル自治領の軍事情勢。ガブ。膠着状態。あ、プラスクエストがある。プラスクエストどれだ？あー、ブラックソーンのクエストだな。ブラックソーン強化クエスト。
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does.
宗教国家ね。
This is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. Implies the orthodox, indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago, in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether, and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to
あんな大陸に
under the
離されて
Empire's
ちゃね。
meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
昔北にもう一つマザークリスタルがあったのか。あれなんでマザークリスタル、北のマザークリスタルはなくなったんだっけ。ハルポちゃんのところに行かないと分かんないか。あ、そしてこれ受けといた方がいいな。ブラックソーン強化クエスト。
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
すごい友達なんだよ。
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
ブラックソーン大好きだよな。そう。あの兵士の子。ブラックソーン大好きなの。飲み友達。ちょっとハルポちゃんと話してからにするか。ハルポちゃん。
My knowledge is yours. If you have a question for me,
I should be happy to answer it.
失われたマザークリスタル。ドレイクアイ。あ、勝手に消滅したの？へえ。アルテマが消したってことなのかもね。召喚獣フェニックスとシバが衝突する対戦となったって書いてあるけど、ジョシュアとジルは戦ってないから、おじいちゃんなのかな、フェニックスは。
You are always welcome, Clive.
はあ。まあそこの北部のエーテルを吸い切ったからもうアルテマがいいやって感じだったのかな。鉄を打ってないもんな。
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me? August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it. Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about. Why don't you tell us all the same? Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. Now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for? Now piss off.
All right. We're going.
声だけな。
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself.
高品質のものを見るとすぐ落ち込む。
If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems.
自分が作れる人だからだよね。
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Karen.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
and he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Next all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
奥で寝てるトルガルが
Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe? Care Northern, that was it.
ノルバーン砦じゃなかったっけ
We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Okay. 多分ノルバーン砦だったと思うんだけどな。武器を強化してから鉄王国に行った方がいいか。素材があるかはわからないけど。なあ、音。あ、あった。ドズメア。ノルバーン砦西門。あれ？あ、いいんだよね。ノルバーン砦西門。え、こっちで、え、こっちか。は。あ、あれ？こうか。ノルバーン砦西門はザンブレクか。西門。あー、ここあれないのか。え、通れる？通れないよね。ないから、ロストウィングから行くしかない。まあまあな距離。そしてどっちから出んだっけ？カッター門。上かな？カッター門ここか？違うね。こっち？そうである。よし。アンブロスイヤーで一気に奥まで走っていこう。あそこノルバーン砦西門なんかオベリスクあった気がするんだけどな。行ってないのか？この町出入り口が分かりにくいですよね。私的にはどの町もね、どこがどこに繋がってるのか全く覚えてない多分それは方向音痴だからだと思うんだけど、難しいよ。 せい。ここら辺でいいのか。次右ね。なんか右側の奥側にいた気がするんだよな。シドと一緒に潜り込んだところ。だからこっちの奥には行ってないからか。あれオベリスクない？
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
やっぱあるよね。あ、降りれないや。
Thanks, gal.
来たか。どんぐらいだろう。B。67。はい、怖い。危な。あ、いた。見えない見えない見えない。これで当たるか。当たれ。危ない危ない危ない。あはー、当たったー。あはー、痛い。セイフ。あー、外した。結構避けんな。あ、いた。突っ込んじゃった。お、これを置いてからのこれを発動して、これをやってからのこれで、危な。あはー、これ衝撃波。一気に HP の4分の1。あはー、当たるか。当たった。はまった。痛い。あはー、やばいやばいやばい。 回復がなかった。見えない見えない見えない。危ない。よし。休憩しよう休憩しよう。危ない。あー、衝撃波忘れてた。当たるか。当たった。あはー。あ死んだ。ジルー。いや難しいよ。オーディンで死ぬ率が上がってるよ。あ、避けられなかった。ブラックソーンのために命がけだ。当たれ。ギリギリ。あー、これなんだよな。これ発動しちゃうと避けられん。間違えたし。よし、これでこれでこれだ。ガンガン使っていく。あー、また忘れてた。あー、危ない。これで貯める。 いた。危ない。これをもうやってしまえ。回復しとこう。危ない危ない危ない。全然溜まってない、全然溜まってない。ほう。いやー、まだまだ難しいな、使いこなすのが。
Something there, boy. Could that be our man?
ポーションがギリギリだった。拠点に戻るため一番最初に買わないとね。
Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
カローンのことnot easyって言ってなかった？
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do.
これでブラックソーンがパワーアップ。
Showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
秘伝の花崗川。さあ、ポーション買いに戻ろう。怖い怖い。レベルアップの方つけようかな。ポーションをくれ。
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
あとね、ギルはいらない。15% か。 だからきっと30パーになるのかな。お待たせ。いや、1回死んだがな。5回死んだか。リスキーモブで死ぬようになってしまった。結構でかいの、しかもポッケに入れてたな。
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and
ラン
cross-grained
ク B
it.
でレベル67なら A とか80近いのか。近そうだね。
And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret. Details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests. Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself.
ああ、1回死んだ。
I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn. Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
ここの武器防具一人でやってんだもんな。
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted. I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
あ、レベル上がった。60。ドレイクスレイヤーベルト。いや、もう解放されてるんですけどね。されてないのかな。
Clive. What's that for you, dear?
あ、されてなかったんだ。あー、リスキーボブのやつだ。マークが出てる。強化で見るとどうなの？ああ、やっぱないのか。なるほど。とりあえずつけてみよう。これ今どこにつけたの？どこにつけた？クライブ。あ、1番につけるんだ。じゃあいっか。この子ずっとさ、動物と遊んでずっと右に移動してってんだね、この子。
Sing a song of six skill, a bag of phoenix down. A pigeon from the rear deck, boiled in Molly's brown.
この子戻るためにこうずっとこうやってさ、最後ここら辺にいなかった？
Oh
よし、これでレベルとアビリティポイントを一気に上げる。今なんだアビリティポイント。まだ643しかないじゃん。5000だよ。はい、じゃあ今日はここら辺で切ろうかな。サブクエはね、ほとんど多分配信でやってるんだけど、やってないやつあったかな。なんかカンタンのイーストプールの一番最初のクエストは確かやってなかったなってなんとなく覚えてるんだけど、それ以外にあとあれか、医務室で出てくるやつだからまだ結構後半だと思うんだよね。まあそれ以外は裏でサクサクやっておこうかな。戦闘の練習も兼ねて。アビリティポイントがもっと欲しいな。まあこれでレベル上げながらアビリティポイントをゲットして、これも装備したいんだよな。これを装備してこれを境界転移をこの斬鉄乱舞を放つ前にウィルオウィクスを撃てば無敵状態で絶対放てるから、でこっちに持ってってここに境界転移でこれを一番上に持ってくるみたいなね。そんなやり方にしていきたいな。はい、じゃあ次回はね一回死んだことを恨みがましく言い続けるいや俺が命がけでね回収してきた川なんだそれはっていうアピールでした。じゃあ次回はジルと話して鉄王国に行ってクリスタルを壊す。オーディンで逆に不利になってる説あるかも。そうなんだよ、今私が使いこなせてないからね、オーディンで死ぬ確率上がってるから今多分慣れれば大丈夫。あとこれ強化してないからね。今一旦アビリティのポイントをもう一回集中させてもいいかもね。今使ってないやつをさ取っちゃって5000ポイント集めてさここに寄せてもいいかもしんない。このマスター化したねオーディンアームすごいかっこよかった。斬鉄剣リミットゲージ地上でプレジションドッジを発動させた後に四角を押すと反撃技となる。回避一閃。プレジションドッジの後いつもランジやりたくてバットと四角を押しちゃうんだけど、四角オーディンアームの時は四角だけの方がいいんだな。まあそんなことがね私にできるかどうかは分からないけど、まあもうちょっと慣れていけばいいんじゃないかなと思いますね。まあそれで無理そうだったらオーディンを外すということになると思いますが、はい頑張っていきたいと思います。ではご ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。